Welcome to Sports Unfolded. We are live here, 10 o'clock p.m. late night stream. I'm Strong, that's Jay, that's Eli.
Jay Money.
Yes, sir, baby.
A lot of great off-season content to keep y'all entertained. Let's go. All right, so we're officially a week into the NFL offseason. You know, a lot of people started to shift their attention into NBA, but all you NFL fans, we want to keep y'all entertained. We want to keep y'all in the business. We got some fun things that we're going to do today here on the stream. A lot of quarterback controversy on a lot of teams. We're going to get into those in a minute. Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Let's
go.
All right, so we're going to play a little game here. We're each going to predict for 8 teams that are rumored to have a very high chance to move quarterbacks this year. We're going to play a game where we each give our predictions on who we think that team's quarterback is going to be in the 2022 NFL season. Our first team is the Green Bay Packers. So I guess we'll go in order. We'll go Eli, me, Jay. Okay. I guess that for the viewers, that's left to right. Who do you think the Green Bay Packers quarterback will be in 2022?
So personally, I know Aaron Rodgers just released some I think it was yesterday. He had like a tweet.
Yeah, it was an Instagram post.
He was like thanking everyone, and it was a little weird. And I know it kind of seemed like he might retire, but I don't think the Packers will move on from Aaron Rodgers. Like I was looking at it. He was drafted in 2005 from them. He's been there for 17 years, and I know the controversy is that he's not good in the playoffs. And he didn't play up to his full performance in the playoffs this year for the Packers. But I think it was a special teams problem, and I don't think that was him at the fault, which is what a lot of people are saying. And I honestly just think that he'll just be fine if he just stays there, and their team will just stay at a playoff and even championship level just through next year. What do you got?
Yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay too. I think he's got at least another year, even though there's a lot of controversy around him. But when you look at the circumstances, I've said this before, Aaron Rodgers is very intellectual. He realizes that the circumstances in Green Bay are as good as they're going to get. He plays in a division with Justin Fields, Jared Goff, and Kirk Cousins. That's probably the worst quarterbacking division outside of himself in the NFL. And if you want to go to Denver and play Mahomes twice a year, Derek Carr twice a year, Justin Herbert twice a year, good luck. If you want to go to Pittsburgh and play Joe Burrow and Lamar twice a year,
this is tough.
You can see the best situation is clearly for him to stay in Green Bay in a bad division.
Easy schedule. Yeah.
Easy schedule, bad NFC right now. Best situation, I think he stays in Green Bay.
Yeah. What you got, Jay?
I also have to go with them too. I think Aaron Rodgers stays for one more year, and I think he makes a Super Bowl. I honestly think he makes a Super Bowl run this year. This upcoming year.
You've been saying that.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
You've been saying that for how long?
I think this is the year. They re-signed Devontae Adams, even though I don't think they have that much cap space left. The Packers don't.
Yeah.
But I think the Packers re-sign Aaron Rodgers, and we see him go one more year. And he actually posts the Last Dance picture right this time.
See, I thought that was this year, but we were all wrong, or at least I was. So let's move to a potential landing spot for Aaron Rodgers. This is the Denver Broncos. Eli, who will the Broncos quarterback be in 2022?
Okay, this is a little controversial, but I have a big theory that Russell Wilson does not want to stay with the Seahawks.
Wow.
And I'm going to be honest, I kind of agree with this. And like I was looking at the Seahawks, their average age is 26.4. That is like top 8 and oldest teams, and their team's still at one of the bottom seeds right now. Or like they did, I can't even think of the record. What was the record this year?
7 wins, 10 losses.
Yeah, it was like 7 wins, 10 losses.
It was their first losing season.
You don't want to be on an old team with a losing record. That's just gonna go nowhere. And the Broncos, they had a pretty solid record, even with like a Teddy Bridgewater, and I think that Russ will just be attracted to this young talent and that he'll want to be able to play there.
Yeah, I actually have a very similar reasoning to who I think my quarterback for the Broncos will be, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Oh.
Very similar to Russell Wilson, but he's a little younger. I think the Broncos can afford to mortgage 2 to 3 first-round picks and some other assets to pick up a star quarterback in Deshaun Watson, assuming his legal reasons get cleaned up. I could very easily see Deshaun Watson getting shipped to Denver. The Broncos need to be aggressive. John Elway knows that.
It's their time, bro.
It is. I mean, they've been mediocre to bad at quarterback since 2015, since Peyton Manning left. And clearly, they've had great rosters, but they've just underperformed due to pure quarterback play.
Yeah.
And Deshaun Watson is a guy who can elevate that.
They do have talented receivers to throw the ball to as well, so I don't see why a quarterback wouldn't want to go there. What you got, Jay?
So, to be honest, I have no clear outcome of who the Broncos quarterback will be, just because there's so many options for them that I don't know. I honestly have no idea who they would take. So I think they either stick with Teddy Bridgewater.
They won't.
Bridgewater.
No,
but they
don't see that
gotta
happening.
elevate.
Or
you know?
they take Drew Lock.
Oh,
I don't think they give Drew
no
Lock another
shot,
chance.
bro.
They
No
need to
shot.
go big.
I think I honestly have no idea. It's
Drew
just-
Lock.
There's so many teams that need a quarterback. I think the Broncos are not the best franchise in the world, and they take
Okay.
they stick with Teddy. But
Okay,
or
I
Drew
respect
Lock.
that. I respect that. All right, so our next team we got
We got I believe it's Pittsburgh
Steelers.
Yeah, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But the Steelers are in a bad spot right now. You know.
I mean, a lot of people have the narrative around this team. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I just
then I'll say what I want to say.
I don't like where the Steelers are right now. I just don't think they're in a good spot. I mean, they do have Mike Tomlin, great coach. He'll figure out a way to put up a decent record. But the Steelers got to try something new. I think the Steelers draft Matt Corral in the first round.
Wow. Day one starter?
Honestly think he will. I don't think Dwayne Haskins is like the only competition he has, and I don't think Dwayne Haskins has enough to beat out Matt Corral at rookie year, you know? But
That's true. I guess I'll go now. Interestingly enough, you know who the only active quarterback is with multiple Super Bowl rings?
yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
No shot, actually.
true.
Oh my!
Mike Tomlin also has multiple rings.
Oh, that makes
Don't
me
be
mad,
surprised if the
bro.
Steelers go for Jimmy Garoppolo. That's my pick. I think he has a
No
bigger
way.
arm. He's more mobile at this point in his career than Big Ben, which
Oh.
isn't saying anything, but it's definitely an upgrade from Big Ben. And the Steelers, they have a pretty compatible roster. This isn't complete panic mode for Pittsburgh. They can win with a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo, who's won 5 or 6 playoff games.
Yeah.
Oddly
Okay.
enough, he's
This-
a proven winner. Their head coach has never had a losing season. I think this is a success to win games. I don't know about winning a Super Bowl, but I could really easily see Jimmy G landing in Pittsburgh.
And you heard it first. Strong says Jimmy G has wheels. He's mobile now.
He's
Isn't
the
that
next
right?
Boy.
Lamar. IJ.
It's not right.
All right, so my pick is I think the Steelers. We see Big Ben retiring. I think they take Kenny Pickett in the
Kenny
draft.
Pickett?
Wow.
I think
Okay.
they take Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
I
Could
think
see
they
it.
need a solid quarterback coming in the freshman class for the draft.
Something to build around. Yeah.
A quarterback like Kenny Pickett to build around with some of those receivers like Corvette, and Corvette
If he
too,
stays.
if he stays. But yes, I think they.
I like
take
it,
Kenny
Jay.
Pickett.
I like it, Jay.
All right, fourth team. The GOAT finally retired. The GOAT is. I don't. He may come back to football. I mean, as much as he strives. But yeah, Tom Brady's done. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need a QB now.
Wow.
Do they get someone on the market?
Okay.
Who do
Well,
they
Yes.
Tampa is a huge landing spot for any decent quarterback, and I think that all the older but still very talented quarterbacks will be wanting to go to Tampa Bay because they still have an amazing defense. Their O-line is probably the best in the NFL right now. Their wide receiver core is still like top 10, and I honestly think that Derek Carr will be
Derek
interested in going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Interesting.
What y'all think?
They drafted this kid out of Florida, and I hate Florida. But They
Okay.
drafted this kid out of Florida last
Kyle?
year.
You
Kyle
talking
Trask.
about
Bro,
Kyle?
no shot.
You want to listen to me?
Kyle.
Tampa Bay is going to have the narrative around them next year that they're going to be a rebuilding team. I think Chris Godwin's going to leave now that Tom Brady's gone. I think they're going to lose a lot of free agents, and they're going to say, you know what? We spent a second-round pick on a kid, and there's no reason that we shouldn't give him a chance. I mean, listen to his numbers. This is the more underrated part about Kyle Trask. Through 11 games in 2020, he had 43 touchdowns to 5 picks. That is Joe Burrow numbers. Burrow in
good.
2019, through that same amount of games, had 46 touchdowns and 5 picks. So Joe Burrow just had, 6 picks. So Joe Burrow essentially had 3 more touchdowns
Damn.
and 1 more interception. So
That's
Kyle
pretty good.
Trask put up Joe Burrow numbers in college, but he wasn't recognized for it because he had a bottom defense in college football that year. But I believe Kyle Trask. I'm a Georgia fan, and I'm going to be honest, I think he's one of the most underrated kids coming out of last year's draft. But as a Georgia fan, I'd give him the shot. I would give him the starting role next year.
Jay, what you got?
My Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback for the 2022-2023 season is Kyler Murray.
What? No shot.
Kyler.
I think the Bucs trade.
They're trading their whole team.
They trade some of their players for Kyler Murray.
He didn't mean
Kyler
some.
Murray.
He meant all of their players.
Kyler
And
Murray
all
goes
of
to
their
the
players.
Yes.
And throws to Mike Evans if he's not
No.
traded.
No way.
Kyler Murray, man.
Kyler Murray.
That's
unbelievable.
Listen, Jay's quote on February 22nd, 2022, Kyler Murray to the Cardinals.
You
Or
heard it
to
here
the
first.
Bucs. He's on the Cardinals.
Yeah, he is on the Cardinals.
Well, he could leave the Cardinals. And I think
Okay.
he will leave the
Okay.
Cardinals.
Okay.
No more D-Hop to throw it to.
All right, and I'll respect it.
All right.
Respect it.
Who knows? We all got different choices. I like it, but I think I'm gonna be the one that's right. Let's talk about
Okay.
the Colts now. Who do they go to? Rumors have it they will release or trade Carson Wentz. Don't know if I'm buying it. What do y'all think?
I am not buying this one bit.
Carson Wentz stays.
Carson Wentz stays.
I think that's
Look, Carson Wentz has a really underrated season. He should have led them to the playoff game. I know he didn't, but like he was the number 14 rated quarterback in the NFL this year. I mean, he had a 94.6 average QBR, and that's above average. And the Colts need an above average quarterback, and that's pretty much what they're getting. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. So I was not expecting anyone to agree with me, but apparently Eli decided that he was on my side for once, and I think the Colts stick with Carson Wentz. I mean,
Got to.
look, last year he threw 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
It's really good.
That's almost a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That is very, very hard to do. And he had below average weapons. I mean, Michael Pittman was his wide receiver one.
Yeah.
And then you had a bunch of
T.Y.
guys.
Hilton,
and then you had a bunch of guys that
washed
were
wonder.
activated from the practice squad. He had no real tight end threat. Obviously, he did have Jonathan Taylor in that O-line. But with below average weapons to throw for nearly a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio,
It's really good.
it's a team that should have made the playoffs. Give them another shot.
I like it.
I have to agree with them also. I think the Colts stick with Carson Wentz because he was hated on coming into the Colts, and then he kind of proved some people wrong that he is capable of being on a decent NFL team. So
Yeah,
I think
I like
they
it.
stick with Carson Wentz. I think he's a good franchise builder.
I like it.
All right, this is going to sound weird. The Washington Commanders.
Ew!
Disgusting. I hate it.
Who will their quarterback be in 2022? Eli.
Okay. Well, Washington Commanders are getting Kenny Pickett. So
Ooh.
I think they have it's like the 11th pick.
Yeah.
They can steal Kenny Pickett up there. Their team is young, it's talented. I know that they're thinking about like championships next year, but I still think it's too early, and I think they need someone younger, and they give it 2 or 3 more years to let people like Chase Young, like Montez Sweat, and their whole team needs to develop. And still, you have Terry McLaurin, and then that's about it right now. You don't really have any other weapons. I think that you give them a couple years, and then they'll be at stardom and get a playoff run going. But you know, what you got?
I don't know about a true playoff run with a rook quite yet, but
2
a report
years.
came out today that Mitch Trubisky could reportedly start on multiple teams next season. And
Mitch?
Washington is a team that has not gotten the quarterback right. Kirk Cousins was the best quarterback they've had in a while. I mean, rookie RG3, but then he tore his ACL and then was never the same. So, yeah, I mean, they've had like 17 quarterbacks in the past 14 months. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I'm almost not. I think they go with reliable Mitch Trubisky, who made the playoffs twice in his 3-year tenure in Chicago. And then they're going to draft Matt Corral, the rookie, to back him up and eventually replace him, in the second half of the season. That's my prediction.
Okay. I am having a lot of wild shots in this quarterback prediction. That just sounds so weird.
Yeah, I know,
My
bro.
Commanders quarterback is Derek Carr.
Oh, Derek Carr. You think he lands
I
Washington?
think he lands in Washington. I think
Okay,
Derek
that's
Carr
interesting.
develops some type of chemistry with Scary Terry
Okay.
and Logan Thomas.
Ooh.
Oh, big boy.
And he develops the Commanders.
Big
Almost
team,
said football team. I think he develops
Peters
the
at
develops the Commanders to a new team, and they take it to the playoffs next year.
I like
Derek
it.
Carr.
I like it. Okay. We got
All right,
last team.
We've all got some bold ones. So we got 2 more teams.
Yep.
The New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Ooh, this could go anywhere.
This really could.
Boys, we're going Ian Book.
Oh my
Ian
gosh.
Book.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, you got us.
You had us at first.
Yeah. Ian Book is trash. He's not starting.
We know.
Okay, we're going with Jimmy G. I thought Jimmy G would be perfect fit for New Orleans because Jimmy G, I know Strong thinks he has wheels, but in reality, he does not have wheels. So I think it would be a really good fit for him because, as we know, the New Orleans Saints are a run-dominant offense, and so were the 49ers.
True.
They established their run game. I think it's a perfect fit for Jimmy G. It's what he's used to, and then a bunch of play actions. I just think it's a good fit for him. What you think?
You know, the Saints, they like to stick inside the organization. So for that reason, I'm not going with Ian Book. I'm going to say Jameis Winston. I mean, look at the Saints' major changes over the past few years. Drew Brees retires, they stay within the organization, go Jameis Winston.
Okay.
Sean Payton leaves, they stay within the organization and hire their defensive coordinator to step up as their next head coach.
Yep.
They like to stick within their organization. That's how the Saints have been run traditionally. They draft well. They don't go for big splashy trades. They develop within their organization. So for that reason, Jameis Winston with a 13-3 touchdown to interception ratio last year, they're going to bring him back and give him one more shot.
It's really good.
Listen, all the rumors that we've heard are going to become true because Russell Wilson is going to the Saints.
Bro, no shot. You think so?
Yes, he will.
Why?
I think he leaves Seattle because he's fed up with Pete Carroll and DK Metcalf.
Okay. So he
goes
gets
New
to get
Orleans.
kicked by Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. I mean, Mark Ingram is a great starting running back next year, right?
Oh, Mark Ingram started. That's right.
Yeah, okay.
He's really good.
Oh, well, you know, MT will be back.
He
you
will.
know?
Slant Boy's back on track.
Russell
Slant boy.
Wilson to Michael Thomas and the GOAT Marquez Callaway.
Okay.
I think he develops the Saints.
I like it.
honestly.
I like
Very
it.
bold. All right.
Russell Wilson, baby.
Last team on our agenda, the Carolina Panthers. No telling, they could go anywhere in the market. They could go Rook. They could go Vet. Eli.
I wanted to hear what you have to say about this one first.
Can you hear what I have to say?
Yeah.
I don't know what the reason behind that is.
Should I go first? Because
I'm just curious.
mine's gonna be kind of a wild shot.
Go for it.
Okay, what you think?
for
What
it.
you think?
I think the Panthers are idiots and they stick with Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
I think you're an idiot, and they're not sticking with Cam Newton.
I don't think I'm an idiot.
no
They either
shot.
stick with Cam Newton or they go Jimmy G.
Oh, bro.
Jimmy G to the Panthers.
I don't know about that.
See, the Panthers.
No explanation.
Panthers are in a very similar situation to Denver since 2015. Same year, actually, as Denver. They just haven't gotten the quarterback right. You know, Cam had one playoff push after that MVP season, but then they've gone through this Kyle Allen kid, some kid from the XFL, Sam Darnold, and they just haven't gotten the quarterback right. So they've got to take a splash. They've got to take they got to have some type of explosion in their quarterback room, something that can finally get them to above average at the quarterback position. And I think they take a risk at pick number 6 and take Kenny Pickett. No one is expecting a quarterback to go top 10, and I think the Panthers take a big swing and go with Pickett at 6.
Dang, that's a
he's
lot.
from the Steelers. He's coming at a Big Ben and taking his spot, even though he's retired. Right?
Maybe. Well, for me, I honestly think I've never been a really big Carolina guy because I just don't really like their decision making, and I honestly think they'll stick with Sam Darnold for another year.
No, they won't.
I just have a feeling, bro. I mean, it's the Carolina Panthers. I just don't think they'll. I just don't think they'll make the right
smart.
decision. I think they're sticking with Sam Darnold. They give him another year. They have too much confidence in him, and he just lets them down.
I don't know.
That's
I
what
think
got
that
for 'em.
confidence was out the window this minute they signed Cam
They
Newton.
might as well take DeMar DeRozan at quarterback.
Might as well. So let's move on. I mean, we just went through the quarterback carousel, so we've got a very, very interesting offseason topic for you guys. We're going to make this offseason as entertaining as possible. We've got 3 weeks until free agency.
Jeez.
So we're just going to ask some big-time questions and have some fun. If you could build your franchise around one person, it can be a player, it could be a coach, it could be a GM, who would it be, Eli?
Ooh, that's tough. So for me, my biggest things were how long would they last,
Yep.
and then have they proven themselves. And so the first thing I thought about was maybe I could pick Sean McVay, but I know he won a championship, but I also think the team was so jacked up that it was kind of destined to win. So I thought about someone a little bit more fitting, and I thought of Mike Tomlin. And I thought Mike Tomlin would be a really good one because he's never had a losing season. I can't even remember how. Mike Tomlin's 49, I think. What does it say?
Yeah, he's 49.
Yeah, he's like 49. He's never had a losing record. How many times has he been to playoffs? I have this down.
It's been like...
Yeah, he's been to the playoffs 9 times.
His computer.
9 times, and he has 7 division titles. And
never had a losing record. I mean, yeah, all that.
like I said, and he can also like deal with players. You can see him put up with AB for how many years? Like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good with chemistry. He can just build a solid, glued up team, and that's what he's good at.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, I've got another coach. I was expecting a lot of y'all to go players. I don't know if Jay did or not.
I got 2.
But I've got
2.
the guy who just won a ring. Sean McVay. He's 36 years old. He's been to 2 Super Bowls at this age.
It's crazy. One with Jared Goff.
He's the youngest head coach to ever win a Super Bowl. And he had a chance to do it, 4 years ago? So, I mean, he could have won a Super Bowl at 32 or 33. It doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
He's young. If he wants to, he may want to spend time with family later on. But if he wants to, he can coach for another 35 to 40 years. I want
if
that in
not
my
longer,
organization.
bro. Yeah.
Again, like Mike Tomlin, I know Sean McVay hasn't coached as long. But what has it been, 5 or 6 years? He hasn't had a single losing season. He's only missed the playoffs once, and he won nine games that year. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, and he's had to deal with a lot of controversy, a lot of players that have fallen off a cliff or have just left for a variety of circumstances. And with 2 completely different rosters, he's made the Super Bowl. Really impressed, and he fits the new NFL really well. It's a very offensive-oriented league. Sean McVay.
I like it. What you got, Jay?
Okay, I have a player and a coach.
Okay.
My coach is all him, Sean McVay. I think taking his team to a Super Bowl 2 times and all that stuff that he's done, awesome.
Yeah.
Franchise run Sean McVay. My player, y'all are probably going to hate on me, Joe Burrow.
Hey, you know what? I don't hate it. I'm going to be honest.
I hate it.
I don't hate
I know
it.
you would hate it.
I don't hate it until his knee gets...
I haven't seen
falls
enough.
off. Yeah, until
Okay,
it
we could
gets
say
his
Patrick
knee hit.
Mahomes. Who even is that guy? Joe Burrow. Shiesty season.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Building my franchise around
okay.
Shiesty.
Or build it around John Mechie.
I'd rather-
run as well.
I
Build
mean,
it around
honestly,
the
Joe
guy.
Burrow and John Mechie on the same team, we would win every.
That's
team.
dirty.
I'd rather build it around the guy who's been to 4 consecutive AFC Championship games.
I mean, Joe
Maybe.
Burrow is Joe Shiesty, so that's why.
Man, he's
Sean
not wrong.
McVay, though.
Sean McVay's that guy. I mean,
So was Mike Tomlin, to be fair.
you see that I got it. Never had a losing record.
Mm-hmm.
This, that, and the other. He's a very discipline-oriented head coach.
Yep.
That age difference, though, 49 to 36. 49 is still pretty young for a head coach.
Okay.
But 36, there is so much to look forward to. There's so much light at the end of the tunnel
Okay.
with a young Sean McVay.
I think that's true, but you also have to think about like the weapon difference from the Steelers and the Rams that Sean McVay has coached has been way different. Sean McVay's not going to have Aaron Donald for more than 3 more years, or even like he might even leave after next year. And Jalen Ramsey will stay there for a little bit, but really I just think that once Aaron Donald leaves, that defense is just it's not going to be bad, but
Yeah.
I don't think that Sean McVay can just keep up what he has been, you know?
I think there's a good chance he does. I mean, you got to look at it this way. What was it, 2016?
Mm-hmm.
When the Rams were with Jeff Fisher, they had the worst offense in the NFL. And the moment when Sean McVay walks in the door, they go from the worst offense to the best offense in 1 year.
That's true.
He's just a mastermind. He fits the NFL
We'll
really
have to
well.
see. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I mean, I was expecting more. I was expecting maybe both of y'all to go players, maybe Mahomes. But
Joe Burrow, bro. Joe Burrow.
Mahomes is too basic. No one,
Mahomes is
no
too
one likes
basic.
Mahomes.
He literally told his wife not to come to any more
That
games.
was false.
Yeah, and why is
No,
he
it's true.
why is he disrespecting Jackson Mahomes, man? God.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Joe Burrow.
This offseason is going to be a blast. We're going to keep you all as entertained as possible.
Jamechi.
Also, we're going to be streaming NBA. Host Taylor Huffman, he was not able to make it tonight.
Yep.
But that is a season that is in season, so when we return from the All-Star break, there will be a lot to talk about.
LeBron's not the GOAT because he made
Save that for the NBA stream. Y'all go check out the NBA stream. Check out our socials. Check out our merch. Do all the above. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Jamechi.
See you, boys.